Yo, what's good everybody? My name is Fana and welcome back to another video, man. For everyone that's watching this video, I hope you guys are doing great, man. Actually, I just got finished doing a live stream with some of the homeboys. We were just playing Fortnite. It was a very random live stream. I didn't really plan it like that, so like I said, don't feel bad if you missed it. But here's what we have on the reservation today. So we got the Wavesplitter. I'm continuing the little series of me using trace rifles in PvP, and now we got the Wavesplitter up next. Now, like I said, when it comes to trace rifles, the main thing that holds these things back is honestly the ammo economy. Now, the Wavesplitter doesn't have anything too flashy going on compared to like Prometheus Lens or Aegir Scepter or even the other one, Ruinous Effigy, that I did, but it has a perk called Supercharged Battery. Collecting an orb of power grants a period of maximum power that starts with an automatic reload. Sustained fire with this mode suppresses targets. Now, the only thing that's going to hold this back is, like I said before, the ammo economy. Then you got Harmonic Laser. Laser damage has 3 power levels that oscillates while the trigger is held down. Yeah, no catalyst or anything like, you know, special going on with this weapon. I don't even know if I have an ornament unlocked for this. Yeah, that's all. But yeah, we're going to take this into PvP and we're going to give it a little bit of a whirl. I don't know, I feel like this one's going to be like the most boring out of like the ones I've already did. Cold Heart actually surprised me. Cold Heart's actually like a super, like, that thing like melts completely, and I actually gotta get the callus for it so I can do a part 2 with it. But yeah, nothing too flashy going on with the build. We're just gonna be rocking Gunslinger with Austringer and some Stompies. Nothing too flashy, just kind of, you know, being a little bit more laid back this video. As always, if you're brand new to the channel, welcome. My name is Fana. I do a lot of cut commentary and goofy gameplay around here, so feel free to stick around and enjoy some of the other videos I have here. But yeah, so here's the thing, bro. So I'm going into work this morning, right? And keep in mind, the job that I'm at, I've been at this like facility for like probably the past like 3 to 4 years, something like that. And we have like this, for lack of a better term, we have like a nice little mall cop security system that's going on. That's like the best way I can, like, you know, really compare it to. They're not like actual like armed security necessarily. They're just like, you know, regular like non-lethal security. I don't even know if they even have pepper spray, to be honest. But I digress. So basically, I've been, you know, like I said, I've been at this job for like the past like 3-ish years or something like that. And this dude sits here at the same spot every single morning for like the past like 8 months that I've seen him there, and he's seen me walk in around the same time periods every single day for the past like 8 stinking months of the work week, man. Some days I come in at 8, other days I come in at 5, some days I come in at 6:30. It just depends. But this same dude sees me walk through that freaking door every single day. Now this morning I was kind of like half thinking about what I was doing. So when normally I would have my badge around my neck when I'm walking like into the building, but it just so happened to still be in my freaking book bag. Yeah, but I left it in my bag and I'm walking up to the freaking door, and this dude goes full blown like bridge troll on me, talking about some, yeah, I can't let you in unless you have your badge on. I need to see some identification. And at first I thought he was being funny because I'm just like, yeah, ha 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 ha, whatever. He was like, no, I need to see your ID. I gotta verify who you are. I'm like, you have to verify who I am. I've been working here for like, you've seen me for the past 8 months. It's the same stinking routine, and you want to sit here and start this mall cop nonsense with me, bro. Like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but it's like this dude like sat there and decided to like pick and choose who he wanted to sit there and meet right today, because like there was like 5 other people ahead of me that definitely didn't have their badge on. But just because honestly, I think it was because I was the only dude out of the bunch. It was like 5 like female nurses that went ahead of me, and this dude decided that he wanted to meet ride me, and I was just like, okay. And I was just like, you know what, nah, I'm not even gonna let you have this power trip for I ain't gonna give you that much. Nah, I can't let you sit there and have that big of a power trip. I can't reward this behavior, bro. I told dude straight up, I'm like, dude, you see me here for like the past like 8 months. I don't know why you're trying to sit here and act brand new. So I just kept walking past him, like I wasn't finna stop. Like he tried like to sit there and stop me, like kind of like stepping from me. I walked right around his tail, I ain't gonna lie. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna follow you till you show me some ID, man. I'm like, well, I guess you're gonna follow me. You might as well go ahead and just throw on the gear and get dressed and get ready to work with me while you're at it too, because I promise you I'm not gonna pull out my badge. Like, I'm the type of person, look, man, if you're gonna try to like, you know, meet right over something petty, like I don't do Karens, man. Like I hate people who want to be extra for no reason. Like, you see, like, here's the thing, man. It's one thing if you're brand new and you generally have never seen me before. That's one thing. This dude has seen me every stinking day, unless I took like a vacation or something, but he has seen me on a regular freaking basis for like at least like the past 8 months. Like he knows who I am. There are some days where I am literally like one of the first people to come into the building. You see me, bro. Like I don't understand why you're acting retarded. Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. It doesn't melt as hard as the Cold Heart does, but it's respectable. I can respect it. I mean, you have to be like dead on with the headshot though. Like, you know, with the cold hard, I could be a body shot bandit. With this thing, I don't think I can be a body shot bandit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Unless it's some, like, you know, really good team shots going on, it's not happening with the Wavesplitter like that consistently, at least. Unless, like, you know, I'm facing, you know, someone that's a bot. But yeah, bro, this dude followed me all the way to my freaking department. I was just like, bro, I'm not pulling out my badge. Like, you know exactly who I am. You see me on a regular basis. I'm not doing this with you, man. He was like, oh, we're doing this. I'm like, you're so worried about me. You almost sat there, left your freaking post, and some random crackhead could walk into the building right now because you sat there and left your freaking post. I was being so petty. I'm being straight lined by a shotgun. Somebody help me. And like, I don't even have a problem with authority, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a con. Could I have easily just stopped, pulled out my badge, and just show him? Absolutely. But this dude is not a police officer, and you sat, and like I said, you see me there on a regular freaking basis. And because let's say I complied, right? Let's say I decided to comply with his freaking orders or whatever you want to call it. That would just give him a power trip. That would have gave him the exact, like, you know, acknowledgement that he needed. That would have gave him like way too much, like, you know, power to his head, and I wasn't gonna allow it. Because all that would have done, if I would have sat there and just did exactly what he wanted me to do within context of the pettiness of the entire situation, that would have gave him the whole verification that he needed so he can sit there and do this again and again. And I'm like, nah, cuz, that's not happening. I'm not gonna be your guinea pig today. Yeah, but basically, this dude like followed me all the way back to my freaking department, bro. My freaking boss was basically just like, okay, look, first of all, look, my coworker, he works here. He's been here for like years. I don't know why you sat here and followed him all the way back here. It's like the middle of the freaking building, but can you please just go about your business? Like, I always wonder what's wrong with people like that. Like, you know, those people who grow up and like they just feel like they need like an issue with every little thing in the world. Like, why are they like that? I'm genuinely curious. Like, what makes them act that way? Did they not get enough hugs when they were younger? But they're probably just bored with the life. I feel like some of them like probably end up retiring, and since they have like literally nothing better to do, they have to find some form of entertainment that requires like going outside and just annoying the public people. And other news though, I finished a couple TV shows. I finished The Boys. They had season 4 recently wrap up last week. That's when the last episode came out. I thought it was a really solid season overall, and I'm really hyped for like season 5. But like I was looking at like different like posts and news articles, and apparently, yeah, the next season is not coming out till like 2026, bro. And I'm like, god dang, bro. Look, man, I'm playing against a team. They're all sitting here peek shooting like we're in a freaking scrim match, man. I'm gonna need some of y'all to relax, bro. I'm using a freaking trace rifle. The next season of The Boys won't come out till 2026, but the spin-off TV show Gen V, apparently they're supposed to be getting a season 2 in 2025, apparently. So it's funny, like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but essentially, like, Gen V, from what I seen, was just like one big behind like filler season. Essentially, that's literally what it was, because like you would think like after watching Gen V and then going in and watching like season 4 of The Boys, you would think that it would have like the characters would have like a little bit more prevalence in the actual show. All right, dude, I'm not doing it with this lobby. Like the dudes on the other team are just playing so just like it's not a scrim lobby, man. Okay, I'm not trying to scrim with a trace rifle. Relax, man. Like I said, I'm not spoiling anything or like that, but like it goes The Boys season 3. And then you have Gen V, which like takes place between season 3 of The Boys and like right before or like around the same time of season 4 of The Boys. I think it's like right before, actually. Like when you watch Gen V, you meet a bunch of new characters and whatever, and like there's some things that happen in the story that kind of like, you know, you would think lead into season 4 of The Boys. And honestly, like, it does and it doesn't. There's one plot point from the entire TV show that carries over, but like none of the actual characters have any major screen time whatsoever. It's like I said, it's like they might as well not even be there. I don't know, I've always been like, you know, into film, especially when it comes to like comic book movies or like, you know, big IPs like Star Wars and whatever. Granted, most of the stuff that's out right now when it comes to Star Wars, Marvel, and DC, I know DC has like a whole reboot going on at the moment, but a lot of like comic book content is kind of like in the gutter at the moment. I really hate to say it, especially since I kind of grew up reading comic books and whatever. I think what hurt me the most was definitely seeing the MCU and like just Marvel content just go completely down the gutter. I mean, that junk is so like irredeemable at this point. I'm just waiting for them to like, announce a reboot for the MCU. It's also like other news that they sat there and hired the Russo brothers, the two guys that filmed the Captain America movies, well, at least the second and third Captain America, and then the Infinity War and Endgame movie. They hired those two guys on to film the next two Avengers movies that's coming out. Damage has been done, bro. Like, they sat there and butchered the story so freaking bad. Like, I don't even really care. Like, it doesn't matter who you come to sit there and film and direct this movie. It won't really matter, bro. Unless they come in and do like a complete and utter like soft reboot or something, I really just can't, you know, see myself getting hyped for it, bro. And why I'm spawning and getting freaking frozen, man. But stuff like The Boys is like a nice like little middle ground, you know. They're not really like, you know, being ran into the ground, and they have like a solid narrative all around for the most part. So a couple other DC movies I was watching, there was this two-part series or two-part movie called Crisis on Infinite Earths, and honestly it was a reboot of the DC animated universe, right? You had the whole Flashpoint thing. It's a whole freaking convoluted thing that they had going on, but essentially they had like a new animation style and like a new like quote-unquote universe technically from the Flashpoint, you know, event. Honestly, like, whenever they did this reboot, they rebooted it and they absolutely, like, rushed the ever-living crap out of the freaking story, bro. Like, the story had, like, no time to develop. They made, like, 5 movies and jumped right into Crisis on Infinite Earths, bro. In simple terms, these fools sat here and did, like, the equivalent of, like, making, like, a couple solo movies, building no kind of, like, story, building no kind of depth or no kind of, like, chemistry between any characters, and they jumped right into, like, the biggest, like, you know, comic book event possible in under like 10 movies, and they did it within like 5. So I was just like, okay. Things like where characters died, I didn't really care, but like when a certain character died, and like, you know, when someone did die, it was supposed to be impactful, but since like there was like no kind of build up and no kind of narrative built up beforehand, you kind of didn't really care. It's like, you know, when you watch like an Endgame and Infinity War, when Iron Man died, it kind of hit hard. When Black Widow died, it hit hard because like you kind of like grew up watching these characters through like multiple movies, and you kind of saw like the character progression, how Iron Man kind of changed from his first movie all the way up into like the last movie he was in. And then, like, they just have like so much background drama going on because like I don't know if you guys are familiar with the whole Blade situation, but Mahershala Ali has been trying to make a Blade movie for like the past like 3 or 4 years, but they like the script that these fools keep writing are terrible. He's not buying the script. They're actually trying to make, there was one script where they came out and said that Blade was actually going to be the third fiddle in his own movie. And I was just like, bro, how hard is it to make a freaking vampire movie where Blade is literally just kicking tail? Okay, it's just literally what Blade is a guy that he does martial arts. He got a lot of, you know, you know, swag to him, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Like, the dude is smooth, you know what I'm saying? Blade is smooth, he got a lot of charisma, and he kicks vampire tail. How hard is that to make on the big screen? It's not that difficult. Dude, I'm on Cirrus Plaza and my freaking teammates are leaving. Yeah, we're ending this video here, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't sit here and force myself to play PvP on this game. I really can, okay? Like, I can take it in doses. Like, yo, look, I like making content for y'all. I genuinely, you know what I'm saying? I like Destiny. I can only take it in doses. It's one of them nights, okay? It's genuinely one of them nights where my matchmaking is just on some buffoonery, and honestly, it's just not worth it for me to get frustrated. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's just, I don't need this, man. My mental health doesn't need this, you know? So I'm just like, we're just gonna end it there. But honestly, you know, the Wavesplitter, look, I didn't get the most highlights with it. It's pretty, I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't melt like the cold heart. I mean, if you hit your headshots, I guess, but it kind of falls into that mid tier for me. Unless there's something I don't know, there's something I'm executing wrong, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. If there's something technical I'm doing wrong with the Wavesplitter, maybe in PvE I can get a little more utility out of the actual, like, you know, perks that it has, because I'll have way more ammo. But honestly, PvP, if I really want to use a trace rifle, I mean, you might as well put on Aegir Scepter, Prometheus Lens, or hell, even Cold Heart. Honestly, I definitely had the least amount out of fun with that one. I'm not gonna lie, it just, you know, ruined this effigy. You know, it had a nice little gimmick to it, but this one, I mean, not to say that trace rifles need to be broken and busted. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not like busted enough for me, but it's just not enough. It's not enough flair to it, you know. So yeah, you could do whatever you want with that information, but I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all be easy, and I will see you later.